But it's a delight to hear about why it happened from so many people who were so wrong about what was going to happen. And everyone has their own pet theory. But there's one theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke.
Too far to the left on transgender rights.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke.
Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
Social justice issues take a back seat when your son is in the basement vaping and playing video games and can't find a job.
I feel like that last guy was really venting more about his son. Everybody else had sort of a broader point, but his was just so specific. You really got to focus on, let's say, a kid in your basement vaping and just jerking off all over the couch, night after night. These were the commercials I saw for the Democrats.
Sherrod Brown is working to fix our border crisis.
Mondaire Jones is working to secure our border.
Pat Ryan is restoring order at our southern border.
I'm Laura Gillen, and I'm here at the border of Nassau County. We're 2,000 miles from Mexico, but we're feeling the migrant crisis almost every day.
They didn't talk about pronouns. They didn't say Latinx. It was the opposite.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs.
Benefits for illegal immigrants? No way. Blocking support for white farmers? I mean, look at me.
Standing with law enforcement against defunding the police.
I've owned a gun my whole life.
Let me be clear. I don't want boys playing girls' sports.
You all know me. I've never pushed for sex changes.
Now, we all know Trump has big plans for his second term. Mass deportations, tariffs, and finally building that statue of Arnold Palmer's so that's the scale. The question is, who's going to come to the White House and help Trump carry out his glorious agenda? And you know what? The man has won the popular vote. He's earned the right to pick his new team. We owe it to him to hear him out without, nitpicking.
South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is expected to be tapped as the Secretary of Homeland Security.
I'm sorry. If I could nitpick for just a sec. Kristi Noem for Homeland Security? Are you f***ing kidding me? She's supposed to get the border under control. She couldn't even train her dog. World's richest man and guy who looks like a wax statue of himself that you'd look at and say, man, that's a bad wax statue. Since the election, Trump's been getting something that Elon's 11 children will never receive: his full attention.
Elon Musk, who's been spotted at Mar-a-Lago basically since Election Day. He's been seen golfing with Trump and hanging out there at dinner. He's one of the few people sitting in this makeshift situation room that they built in Mar-a-Lago.
Elon Musk has been weighing in on some of Donald Trump's potential picks, making it clear to the president-elect who he believes should have that role.
Oh, good. The world's richest man is helping the president-elect run the country. I'm sure by the time Elon's done, his businesses will be unregulated, he'll have billions in new government contracts, and it'll be illegal to point and laugh at a Cybertruck. Don't do it. If you're fortunate enough not to spend your life watching Fox News and you're wondering if Pete Hegseth is one of the few responsible journalists on there, he's not.
Wuhan virus, Chinese virus, maybe even the Kung flu.
I think you're going to do sudden death soccer.
Rachel, you want in on this?
No, I don't!
I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years.
Skills with the axe. Who's going to win this battle in the lumberjacks? That's coming up next. I'm putting my money on Clayton.
Jesus!
The public park, a shared space where Jamaican nannies would take white babies while their parents worked. It was a place where joggers could jog, bikers could bike, and drug dealers could challenge you to a game of chess. This is what we called a public library, a cathedral of knowledge, a catalog of human experience, and a place for creeps to masturbate on weekdays. I always loved the library. It was the one place you could tell strangers to shut the up, because that's the official policy. This was a school, a place of learning, and a Ponzi scheme run by the Scholastic Book Company. Schools are also where we help kids grow up by teaching them valuable social skills like how to drive a car and how to put a condom on a banana. There you have it, the cornerstones of American society before we allowed hate and anger to poison our hearts. Get the out my shot!
If you've been feeling under the weather since the election, don't worry. Pretty soon, everyone else will be sick too.
President-elect Trump on Truth Social just made it official. He wrote, quote, "I am thrilled to announce Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the United States Secretary of Health and Human Services."
Yay! Unpasteurized whale juice for everybody! Wow, this is exciting news. We are making things in America again, specifically patient zeros. Of course, with Trump, there's never just one horrifying thing to focus on. Today, the fallout continued over Trump's pick for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz, House Republican, and guy who's had more needles in his face than Pinhead. And Gaetz hasn't just been instigating coups against his own leaders. Even his social skills gave his fellow Republicans the ick.
We had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night.
First of all, I'm not sure Matt Gaetz knows how to brag. You're going around telling coworkers that you're freebasing Viagra? And you know I had to use an extra small condom, bro. Yeah! Hit me up top. Also, yeah. Also, for the love of God, who drinks energy drinks? Pound some coffee like an adult sexual predator, man.